she's so high on boy names for girls, like Billy. I have a cousin named Billy. Like, no, not happening. Like,
you don't like it at all?
No.
Okay.
She's like, Charlie. I'm like, no. No.
Okay.
So I started throwing ideas out there.
Okay.
Those got shot down immediately.
Yeah.
Like I had an idea. I was like, what about Aura? Like, Aura. And then she started going, Laura.
And welcome back to Now We're Dads. Today I am joined with a special guest, guys. Please welcome Troy Johnson.
Junior.
Welcome to the show, Junior.
Thank you.
That's disrespectful.
No, it's all right.
Welcome, Troy.
I appreciate it. Pleasure to be here, to be honest with you. Junior is very important.
Okay.
Damn, my dad instilled in me.
Really?
Make sure you're putting Junior on everything so they don't confuse us.
I did notice that when you commented on the video,
Yes.
it said Junior on
Yes, Troy Jr. everything. And now that I have my own son, Troy Johnson the third.
The third.
Yes.
Continuing the line.
Yes.
You're pushing it on him as well?
That's up to him, man. That's
Fair
up to him. I'd hope maybe carry on the legacy. It'd mean a lot to my father and me, but he's his own
choice.
It's his own. He's his own person, so you know what I mean.
All right, on to your kids then. How many kids do you have?
Two kids. I have my son, Troy Dale Johnson the third. He's 4. He'll be 5 in August. And then my daughter, she's 1.5, and she'll be 2 in June. So yeah, beautiful
So as soon
thing.
as you got out of the toddler's phase, you jumped right back into it.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
It's kind of funny because how that happened was they weren't planned at all.
Okay.
Are they ever, to be honest with you?
I will say mine was.
Really?
Yeah, my daughter was intentional. Yeah.
Okay.
It just so happened that it was the very first time was successful. So I didn't expect it so soon.
Yeah.
But it was intentional.
Yeah. And it's funny because like with my son, I had a thought like,
Okay.
did that happen? I
Yeah.
think it happened. I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty much. With my daughter, there's some crazy details on that one, to be honest with you. I always say that my girlfriend, that was her planned one, but not for me. Yeah.
Okay, so same mom.
Same
right?
mom.
Still with the same girl?
Still with her.
Okay.
We've been together 2018. It was like November 2018. So
Okay.
What's that? 8 years now? Going on 8 years in November.
For sure.
No, not married. But we are completely satisfied with that. We don't really.
I was in a 7-year relationship, wasn't married, so I'm not judging.
Like it's one of those things where, for me at the time with having my son, we were in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, and I had my dog too. My dog Obi, he's 5, so he's a year older than Troy, and it just got tight, too small.
Okay.
And
how did that feel? First time being so tight, and also wasn't planned. How was that kind of?
So it wasn't that bad, to be honest with you.
Okay.
My girlfriend, I always say that she's kind of like pack rat cluttered. Just so a lot of that was her stuff.
She's gonna see this, by the way.
She probably won't even watch it. She might. I don't know.
Okay, we'll
I
see.
honestly don't know because I don't care. I tell her this on a regular.
Okay.
Hey. So it just was one of those things where the older he got, the more cluttered it got with all the stuff that we needed and things that we had to hold on to. So I think about a year and a half after he was born, she just started, it was like, listen, we got to get a bigger space or buy a house. And I was like, listen, well, I'm all for a house, but if we go that route, you have to pick ring or house because financially I can't do both.
Right.
So she picked the house. We had the second one, which thankfully we got the house before the second one.
Yeah.
Because 2 kids, a dog, in a 1-bedroom bathroom apartment would not have been
right.
No, not at all. But you know, plans are for the ring down the line. Just want to make sure all my finances are set, and
Sure.
I'd like to, if we have a wedding or not, have my kids involved. So I want them to be old enough to know, hey,
Yeah.
parents are getting married. So
For sure.
yeah,
You know, that's a great thing because when my parents got married, my mom to my stepdad, in their party, it was just their kids. My mom
Really?
had 2 boys, me and my younger brother, and
Okay.
my stepdad had 2 girls.
nice.
And I'm the oldest of all of them. But we're all like, kind of like, just go down the line.
There
But
you go.
yeah, I delivered my mom.
Okay,
Yeah, and then as soon as I delivered her up, I walked right next and stood by my stepdad as his best man.
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So
That's
I
awesome.
think that's beautiful having your kids involved with it.
I've always, you know, like having them involved is the plan. But I've always had this mental battle with the best man title, because I have a lot of friends. I have like a bunch of
He
friends.
had 2 brothers.
Really? So that's what I was gonna do. Was, you know what? Just so none of my friends are like, you picked him over me.
Yeah.
Just gonna be my brothers,
Yeah.
my dad. Maybe if he might not want to be a part of it.
For sure.
But my brothers and my children. So we'll see. We'll see.
For
You
sure.
know, my girlfriend doesn't want a big old wedding. Like, she kind of just wants the reception afterwards, like the party. Like, let's just get married in you know, downtown, and let's just have a party afterwards.
Most immediate family there, and then
Yeah,
they'll
because
kick it.
me and her are on the same page as far as like staying financially above water, where it's
course.
like having enough money to go and do things, you know, whether it's travel, vacation, just spend time with the kids, take them to go do something, you know what I mean? So she doesn't want to spend a lot of money on a wedding. She was like, I'd rather either, you know, spend it a decent amount, a smaller amount on the reception, and have everybody enjoy us getting married together, and then like honeymoon, you know what I mean? Spend the money on the honeymoon, like, cause
Go out and travel.
yeah. So it's
sure.
just like that's why I think me and her work so well. We're also both Capricorns. I don't know if you study astrology.
Not at all, but I know I'm a Taurus, and that's
My
as far
mom's
as
a
I know.
Capricorn.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
I always joke with my girlfriend, and so does my mom. Is we make fun of her, like, well, you're December Capricorn. Her birthday's December 24th, so Christmas Eve
Okay.
too. So it's like we're similar, but like there's a slight difference between us. So that's why we joke and make the separation of December versus January. But my mom is a January 8th. Mine's January 3rd. So like it works well, but it's like when it's good, it's great. But when it's bad, it's
Clashes.
oh man.
Yeah.
it's head to head, but luckily for me at least, I get over things really fast.
Yeah.
Just give me like some time. Just let me walk away, clear my head, go over everything that happened, and I'll come back and like, hey, listen, you know, I said this out of anger, you built up, you know, stuff like that. So it kind of helps ease the tension, and she hates it, but it's one of those things. Is how do you do? It's just like, cause like I don't sweat the small stuff. I sweat the bigger stuff, and even when it comes to the bigger stuff, I'm like, I'm not sweating it,
Quick
but
to
I'm
accept the reality of
accepting it and blueprinting a end goal. Like, hey, this is how I'm gonna get over this. This is the path we're gonna take to make this happen. To just have a solution. So I'm a very logic person. I get told that a lot at work too. So.
How do you guys handle conflicts when it comes to the kids? Like if you guys just disagree about what's the best path forward with them, like what's the best way you guys work through that?
That's a tough one because you know, they're still young, so like we kind of still are figuring that out. But there is a lot of times where I don't agree with what she's doing or how she's doing it. Maybe just too gentle parent, where it's like with my son, I feel bad sometimes. I'm a little hard on him, but he's so smart, and I know that. So it's just like, dude, I know you're so ready for the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I'm sure my mom told you she feels she babied me, which is absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Zoom in on his face.
Oh, absolutely, like your fault. But as I grew older, I got out of that. You know, you get faced with real life adversity, and you kind of have to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like just, I can't even remember off the top of my head. It's kind of like you take what's the hand that you're dealt. And like I said, I think that's where I got the whole point of like taking a bigger problem and more so just mapping out a solution and end goal of how do we resolve this. Is that just, it came at an older age. I definitely peaked real late. I didn't maturity was like, it wasn't until after I graduated, you know what I mean? Right. So but even then, that's when I was being introduced to the world. So it's a little bit different now on my girlfriend's end. She grew up in Warren, you know what I mean? So I don't really know too much about how she was raised, but I know based on what I see is that she was raised completely different from me, you know, where still to this day I feel like she gets a lot more help from her parents than I do. But everybody's raised differently. Everybody's grew up in different areas of the city and everything. But my parents just were a little bit less fortunate, you know what I mean, as far as financials go. But that's where I get my go-getter attitude from. You know, I'm sure you see it in my mom. Her worth ethic is crazy.
Hustle. Like
she's a hustler.
That's
and,
right.
and it's in all three of us, some more than others. Like my brother Joel, he has it the most out of all three of us, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Addicted to work?
I mean, bro, like almost 6-7 days a week. It's I don't bother him because I know you're busy, but if I have to, I'll call you. And most of the time he does answer, but it just depends on what time of the day, because he works crazy hours. In the wintertime, he's out plowing snow late because that's when it's more normally snowing. But that's where I get that from.
Do you feel like after having kids, that work ethic changed a bit for you? Like,
yes. Oh, yes.
Do you think you stepped it up more, or
absolutely?
Okay.
Absolutely. A lot more. Less lazy. I don't take as many lazy days or mental days where I'm like, just, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not feeling it. You know, sometimes you with having kids, I push through it. You know what I mean? It's definitely just want my kids to have a better life than I had. I'm not saying I had a bad life at all. Sure. But just kind of, my dad always said, growing up, is I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. So same stuff, like moving forward with the next generation of my kids. Is, listen, I don't want you to be like me. I just want you to be better than me. I'm sure you're going to take things from me and learn from me, but learn what I did wrong and do it right. So that's I like having kids. It changes your world, man. Like it really does. And one thing that I didn't realize is everyone said it, and I didn't believe it until I had my daughter, which was, she's gonna steal your heart. And bro, like she could do no wrong, even when she's mean mugging me, because she's at that age where and I'm like, hey, I'm still just like,
I'm with you there. Everyone told me the exact same thing, and I tried fighting it. I was like, nah, I'm gonna treat her the same.
I was like, no, I'm gonna love my little man. He's mini me.
Yeah.
And then she came along, and I was like, fuck.
Back onto like the work ethic. I think I 100% agree with you about taking less days off.
Yes, absolutely.
Less lazy days.
Yes.
Mental days. Like we have too much to accomplish.
Yeah.
Whether it's, even if you're not working at your work, it's housework.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's spending time with the kids, and like let's tutor them today, because we have to work towards it, make sure that they have everything they need. You know?
Absolutely.
But I feel like after my daughter, I started reevaluating work, like my relationship with work. Like I definitely work harder, but I make sure that my time isn't as consumed by a job as much as it is as consumed with time home. To make sure that everything here is set for her. You know, I try to stick to as much of a 40-hour work week, or as close to it as possible, 40 to 42. Like, you know, even though there's people depending on you and you want to move up and stuff, but also that time with your kids, especially at this young age.
Yeah.
You'll never get this back.
It's one thing that I kind of preach to like my coworkers, management and stuff like that is my father was growing up was, I'm sure the stories my mom shared with you was at a young age where I couldn't realize it was in and out of my life with battling his drug and alcohol issue that he had going on that he thankfully got over. And now, honestly, crazy enough, cold turkey, like everything. Like my dad doesn't smoke cigarettes no more. My dad doesn't drink soda no more. And
that's impressive.
It like, I can't even knock the soda because even when I did, sometimes that liquid sugar is like, I just need a little bit of it. You know what I mean? And I limit myself. But at a young age, he was in and out until my brothers were born, where they always tell me that's when my dad kind of strapped on the head and really.
How big of an age difference between you guys?
So I'm January 92 and they're November 94. So it's about 2 years, a little over 2.5. And when he was working a lot. You know, once he finally was like, listen, after my grandfather died, I'm the man of the house now. I got to take care of my wife, my kids. And now because they were living with my grandmother, my babka.
Babka?
Babka. Yeah.
Is that?
My mom never told you that?
I've never heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll
circle back. That's
okay. He ended up buying my grandparents' house from her. After my grandfather died. So it was kind of like, like I'm the man of the house and I got to take care of more than just my girl and my kids. It's the whole house and everything. So he was not around a lot, but only because he was working. And then when he was around, burnt out, didn't want to spend too much time with me. And that's where like I kind of, even though I had my two younger brothers, growing up, I was raised with my cousins who were my age, but they were girls, and then I had my aunts, and my aunts were kind of always in and out of relationships or marriage, to where I never even had kind of like a steady uncle. So, kind of raised with just females most of the time that were like closer in age to me than my little brothers, until my little brothers were old enough to where I can hang out with them. Yeah. You know what I mean? But even then, because of the age difference, there was small gap, you know what I mean? And with them being twins, they were together all the time. So it was like if I'm messing with one, I'm messing with both. Yeah. You know what I mean? So but I really try to keep work and social separate. I know I know management does not like that because I sell cars. So it's one of those like, hey, stay late, work your off days. I need you to, get these cars sold, delivered, and over the curb. And my schedule now is a minimum 42 hours. Because Monday and Thursdays are late days. We're open an extra hour. Okay. So when things are going on my off days, Sunday and Wednesday, they're always looking like, hey, can you come in? It's like Wednesday's an absolute no. So like if there's things going on, they'll be like, are you gonna come in on your off day? Wednesday's an absolute no. Yeah. My girlfriend goes back to work on Wednesday. She works Wednesday through Saturday. So that's my day with the kids, and I try to keep that separate. I hate working extra hours. It's only because I want to be able to spend the time with my kids, be home, be there for them, do things with them and
not get a burnt out version of you.
Right. And it's nothing to knock my dad, but it's just one of those things. It's like, I'm trying to, like you said, be better than him.
Of course.
So I just want to take that and put it in their life so they can't say that like, hey, my dad didn't do this because I did. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I see that a lot. My mom worked 2-3 jobs
really
most of the time trying to take care of me, because my dad was in prison when I was a young age.
Okay.
From like 11 all the way until like I was an adult.
Okay.
So when she was mom and dad. She taught me how to be a man. I was raised by, like, similar to you. I grew up with boys.
Okay.
I had a lot of cousins around my age, boy cousins. But I was raised by women.
Okay.
Right. All my titis, my aunts. You know?
Yeah. No.
And my mom, my grandma, they're the ones that kind of taught me how to come up in the world. You know. But that, I see exactly what you mean about so much time working, that my mom was hustling all the time and coming home, and she also had to be the housemate, like make the house, cook for us, help us with homework,
that's
and
a job
provide
itself.
For us. Like, that's a full-time job in itself, and she was doing that after getting out of work. So
just zombified doing house chores. Like,
I don't know how she. Yeah, this is why nowadays she's like, I'm cooked. Don't bother
me.
Don't talk relaxing. To me. Other than for her grandbaby, of course. She always makes the time.
Man.
And so now that you've seen how your parents are, and you're very close with your parents, and you've had all these conversations with them, right? And you've seen how hard they had to work to support you. And now that you have your kids now, can you tell me the difference that you've noticed from how parents treated you, and you're already smirking, to how they treat your kids? Because this is my favorite thing to always talk about.
Spoiled. Absolutely spoiled. Didn't get that treatment.
Yeah.
At all.
Okay.
No, my mom, I never got McDonald's. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a weekly thing for my kids. Minimum. At least once a week.
Yeah.
No, I seriously, like, have you ever watched the Eddie Murphy stand-up?
Yeah.
We got McDonald's at home. And then you just this ball of meat on bread. Both of my parents.
Yeah.
Down to my grandmother and my aunts. All the same.
Yeah.
Didn't get that treatment. Now my mom shows up to babysit my kids while I go to work with McDonald's. Oh, that's great. Thanks.
She's tailor-made her schedule for days with your kids.
Oh, no. So she's off on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And then me and my girlfriend are back at work. So,
so that's what. Yeah, she always talks about it. She's like, today I'm with the babies.
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
I gotta say, I have a really good support system around me where me and my girlfriend are off on Sunday. She's off Monday, Tuesday. I'm off on Wednesday. Me and her work Thursday, so my mom's off, and then my mom watches her. And then my girlfriend's parents are retired, and they drive from Warren to watch them on Fridays, and her parents and my mom every other Saturday. Sometimes my Aunt Lori actually she'll pick up my son, or I don't know if she picked up my daughter yet or not, but she definitely has done my son.
Eventually,
I'm sure she will.
If she hasn't,
and she'll take them for play date with Aunt Lori, it's whatever. I trust my Aunt Lori because she's in early education, so she does like pre-K, kindergarten, stuff like that. She's been in that since I was in that age, you know what I mean? So, and she lives Avon Lake area, so she's a lot closer to Cedar Point, so she has a season pass, and I haven't even got to take my son to Cedar Point, but my Aunt Lori has, and it's okay. It's okay.
Not mad, but
I'm not mad, but it's like, hey, like you at least got to experience that much sooner than I did. You know what I mean? So, I like back in the day. I don't know if you remember Geauga Lake. That was my Cedar Point. I didn't do Cedar Point till I was in like high school, and I was like, holy, like this is the real version.
There's levels to this.
Oh, 100%.
There's levels to
100%. And I just
thought Geauga Lake was amazing. Oh, you see that?
I didn't even realize you had the Cedar Point hat on. So, no. I have a really good support system around me. Like, I'm truly grateful for that, like, honestly, because it lets me focus on work when I have to be at work. And if I need to stay late, those Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, they know. I tell my girlfriend, her parents, and my parents, like, if you text me past or call me past 6 o'clock and I don't answer, or I'm sending it to voicemail, I'm with the guests, I'm staying late, I'll call you when I get out.
For sure.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That support system is everything. It's kind of instilled in my family that it takes a village.
Oh, 100%.
To raise a kid.
100%.
And I'm blessed same way, where her mom is able to watch her most of the time. My mom picks her up multiple times a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I'm with her every day. So, like, we've got the cost of childcare now. It's
another reason why I'm thankful.
Yeah,
honestly.
It's almost worth not working for certain people.
That's
if
a
they
bill
don't have
itself.
That ability. Yeah.
Like I actually seen an article or a study or something. What it was, I don't know if it was on the news or just online, but child care, daycares, or private school stuff like that nowadays is a second mortgage, and I'm so glad I don't have that because I'd be drowning.
It's almost worth not working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for some people, one of my bosses have told me that, he makes good money himself, but there was a time in his life where because he was moving around for work that they didn't have a support system. And if his wife wanted to work, it would cost them her entire check plus some.
It's pointless at that time.
It's pointless.
It's so pointless.
So just don't work.
Yeah.
Or find something from home because so the fact that we're able to have that, everyone can chip in and stuff.
Yeah. It's a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think a lot of people take it, they take it for granted. And I'm not one of those people. Like, so if you guys are watching this, thank you.
Yeah. So. And, I feel like maybe sometimes that's probably what turns people away from potentially maybe wanting to have kids.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And it's probably easier for us because we're like, if a third showed up, I know you're probably not expecting, but if it did, you'd probably be like, well, it's just kind of business as usual now.
Yeah.
Just kind of get to it. You wouldn't be so stressed probably, but
I don't want it, but I seen my parents do 3. I think I'm good with 2.
For sure. But, at least you'd be able to be like, all right, well, we wouldn't have to stress so much, where some people don't really get that. So definitely super blessed.
Super.
Did you have a dog too?
Yeah. My dog Obi. He's
for Obi-Wan?
No.
Okay.
No. Crazy story how that name came up, to be honest with you. He's 5 years old. We got him when he was a pup. My girlfriend went behind my back and got him.
Okay.
We weren't allowed to have pets at my apartment.
Oh, so this is when you guys were living with each other.
Yeah, in the apartment before the kid during COVID. Okay. She had an anxiety breakout from her allergies because COVID was kind of ramping up her anxiety and worrying her a lot. Sure. Doctor, yeah, absolutely. Doctor wrote her what's it called? I can't remember.
Prescription?
No, just like the pass that you get to have like a emotional support dog, pretty much.
Okay.
So she used that as the excuse to bypass no pets in the apartment because legally, if you have that, they have to let you have a dog. Yeah. And he is half Red Heeler, half Australian Shepherd. So so much energy.
Is he big?
Medium size. Okay. Yeah. But the Australian Shepherd breed itself is they are cattle dog. They're cattle dogs. So they
and so for a 1-bedroom apartment, this isn't a good combo.
He's not even supposed to be like a city dog. He's supposed to be a farm dog. Like okay. Absolutely.
Okay.
So like I turned a farm dog into a house dog. Like
first an apartment dog.
Yeah. And then I got the house and he's got a lot more space for himself and whatnot, but a lot of energy. He is a lot to deal with.
For sure.
How his name came about was we were striking out for a while, but he has a brown coat, like a light brown coat with like some white coating as well. Okay. And at that time, a lot of people were naming their dog Baker because of Baker Mayfield.
I know a few Baker dogs.
And my girlfriend was like, Baker. I was like, no.
No.
Hard no. Not happening. No. I'm not following that trend. So I was trying to stay with like the Browns theme idea.
Okay.
And I was like, orange and brown. And I was like, what about OB? Like just OB. Because my dog growing up with my parents.
Oh, I get orange, brown, OB.
Yeah. My girlfriend took it as, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was like, no, but OBI sounds a lot better than just OB. So I'm like, all right. I'm just kind of ran with it.
Yeah. And you're just going to deal with everyone saying that.
Absolutely. It's actually similar to how my daughter's name came about.
Okay. What are the names, by the way? I didn't hear us.
Of course, my son's named after me. So just Troy Dale Johnson III.
The third.
And my daughter's name is Jovi. Jovi.
Okay.
And a lot of people are,
like that.
like Bon Jovi? No. No. That's not where I got that name from.
That's a nice name, though. I've actually never heard that before.
Thank you, because that's one of the reasons why we stuck with that name was we were striking out back and forth. So
picking names is tough.
Yeah. She did not want me to name my son after me, but she got an earful from a lot of people about that. My parents, my brothers, my Chris, my friends. And we had an agreement on a name that wasn't named after me, but it turned sour real quick when people started, well, you want to name it this? Well, what if they say that? You know what I mean? That's one thing I was like really keen on was I'm not naming my children anything that they can get made fun of in school for. Mm-hmm. Like, I have these words, names in my head, and I'm thinking of them, just shooting them down. For sure. Not happening at all.
I guess Troy's no problem with Troy.
No, no.
Easy enough.
And she just was like, fine, I'll let you have it, but I'm naming my daughter. We're going to name our next kid. Clearly, she had it planned out that we're going to have another kid. So that's why another reason why it was all on her.
Yeah.
And so she let me have it, and I was grateful for it, absolutely grateful for it. And then she got pregnant again, and going back and forth. She's so high on boy names for girls, like Billy. The fuck? I have a cousin named Billy. Like, no, not happening. Like,
you don't like it at all?
No. Okay. She's like, Charlie. I'm like, no. Okay. So I started throwing ideas out there. Okay. Those got shot down immediately.
Yeah.
Like I had an idea. I was like, what about Aura? Like, Aura. And then she started going, Laura. And I'm like, all right, now you're making it sound ugly. Like, no, like now it sounds bad. So that went out into the trash real fast. Yeah. My mom got us a baby naming book from the library. Here, help you guys out.
For sure.
So my girl, every letter, A, B, C, and then we got to J, and she was like, what about Jovi? And I was like, I like that. That's different. I was like, we'll circle back to it. Mm-hmm. No other names in that book stuck.
Other than Jovi.
And we circled back to it, and we agreed on it, and we're like, it was perfect because the double J initials in my family run on my dad's side.
Okay.
My brother's Jacob Johnson, Joel Johnson.
Okay.
My aunt is Jamie Johnson. My cousin is Jordan Johnson. My grandmother's brother, my uncle Johnny, is Johnny Johnson.
Okay.
So I was like, it works.
It all worked out.
And then middle name, Jovi Lee Johnson, is the full initials of my aunt Jamie's. Hers is Jamie Lee Johnson, but she spells it Lee differently.
Okay.
So the moment I told my aunt her name, she's like, I love it. I'm like, I knew you would.
Yeah, for sure.
But me and my aunt Jamie were like really close. She was the aunt that was the youngest and closer in age to me, so she could relate to me a little bit more. And my aunt was in the streets, man. Like, she was in the streets, not in a bad way, but like, you know what I mean? So like, she kind of took me under her wing in a sense, and appreciate her. Even though she lives in West Virginia, I appreciate her just staying in contact, and keeping me informed with my grandmother down in West Virginia, my cousin, my uncles, all of them down there in my family. So it hit home for me with my daughter. It kind of like, even though it kind of came out of left field, the stars aligned when it came to her name and rolling with the theme of like the family in a sense. So really like love it. I absolutely love it. And my daughter is my world, to be honest with you. Even though like my son has my name and looks like me, doesn't act like me. Absolutely does not act like. No.
Is he like his mom?
No.
Oh, he's
her parents.
Really?
Both of them.
Okay.
The things he says and does. And I don't know how, because he spends so much more time with my family than theirs.
Yeah.
But he's starting to spend a lot more time with them now.
For sure.
As he's getting
They
older.
pick up traits.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it'll stick.
Absolutely. And I would say me and her father have a lot of similarities that I've seen that my girlfriend kind of pointed out to us, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, you know what they kind of say, you're kind of always like attracted to people who like are similar to your parents. Like for my mom, for her dad. And when she pointed out, because I said the same thing about her, I was like it's crazy. Like at times I feel like I'm dating my mom in a weird way, like not in like a.
No, I get it. I get it. Some people would want to make it weird.
Yeah,
but
like no, it's just like personality, things that they do. You know what I mean? And it's just like
maybe some core beliefs that they have.
Yeah. And when they're watching him, I'm like, dude, they sound alike. They say they the same interest and everything. And I'm just like, no, I feel like he looks like me, but has their like personality.
For sure.
As to where from slowly but surely, we'll see how it plays out. My daughter looks like my girlfriend, but I think she has the Johnson blood where her personality is going to be me. And it's like, holy shit, that's going to be scary. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that plays out, next 2 years, and where she starts really becoming her own
self. And as kids get older, and you've probably seen it in yourself, you start realizing more traits that you have of your parents that maybe didn't show themselves when you were kids.
Oh, absolutely.
When you become adults, you're like, I think like my mom a lot more. Yeah. Than I really thought I did.
Yeah, that's why I say I get my worth ethic from my mom. Absolutely, my mom, growing up, kind of was always the breadwinner, the head of household. Like my dad, my dad did subcontracting, so he was working for people. So if he didn't have a job, he wasn't working. That's where my mom was always the legal job. She was the one that got the W-2 most of the time. There was a couple of jobs my dad had where he was legally working, getting taxed and stuff like that, but most of the time it was just under the table work, stuff like that. So that's where I get my work ethic from, and then like there's similarities that I see that I have of my dad, like definitely the anger, like a shorter fuse that my dad has, or like sometimes when I do have those mental days or those lazy days, like I get like my dad, where it's just like it's fuck the world, I just don't care. And until I had to pull myself out of that, you know what I mean? But there's a lot less of those days now than there has been in the past. So you definitely, it's gonna be an eye opener for me when like I start like seeing both my children kind of like, god damn, like
when their personalities
really
start showing.
Yeah, when it's just like I can't even be mad because that's some shit I would say or some shit I would do. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, no,
but you still have to correct it because you're like, that wasn't cool of me to do it either.
Now that's one thing I preach with my girlfriend, because she does baby my son a lot, is like be his parent, don't be his friend. Yeah, there's a time and place to be his friend, and there's a time and place to be his parent, and actually have to put your foot down and be the authority. You know what I mean?
My mom was extremely busy when I was growing up, trying to cover all the roles, like I've said before. So I definitely didn't get babied. She leaned on me quite a bit to help take care of the house, chores. And I wasn't like I would never have to say I was the man of the house. I never had to say like that house ran because of me. Like my mom took care of most things.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So
it lets you be a kid.
I was still able to be a kid, but still have enough responsibility to like, yes, I have my chores. Yeah. Yes, I had to take care of my brother, but in the sense of we both got out of school. I had to walk and get him from his school, which was just like an extra 10 minutes. Yeah. And then when I was home, make us something to eat, but I was already going to make myself a French bread pizza.
Yeah, so it's like
I'm just throwing in another one.
Yeah.
No, that's all. Yeah, that's all it was. So it wasn't like I had to be like grow up, and I was like
just kind of supervise in a sense.
Just a little, just enough responsibility. Yeah. So I felt like
I'm sure that helped too, being a parent now.
And able to so I think I was able to like kind of be enough independence to kind of, when it's time for me to move out on my own, I wasn't really so stressed out. Yeah. But still, I didn't have to grow up super early. I was a kid all the way until I was like 18. Yeah, and that's good. Even now, you can kind of see, but
I think we all are.
Yeah, I didn't have to really start thinking about what I'm gonna do with life at such a young age. And, that's stuff I figured out my senior year of high school. And maybe I probably should have started sooner. Maybe could have been even further, but I'm not complaining about anything. I'm really blessed from the life that my parents were able to give me.
Absolutely. I think I could say the same. It wasn't, they definitely tried their hardest, and I'm sure, I don't know about your parents, but if they're anything like my parents, they still wish they could do so much more for us. But it's like, no, like, I think you've done enough, and they raised me like well. Like, my mom always, actually, she said this in her episode, was her parents and her sisters and everyone else was like, let go, let them be themselves. Maybe my mom did it a little bit late with me and a little bit better timing with my brothers, but I still think her like, no, thank you for doing certain things, because like, if you didn't do that and keep me away from that or this or that person and stuff like that, I might have turned out differently. Might have went down the wrong path or did something differently, and it's like I say, a blessing in disguise for some things that you don't know about then, that ends up turning into a better situation for most people, being raised the right way and having respect and manners. That's one thing that when I was first hired in my job, when my manager was kind of giving me the pep talk when I was doubting myself. You're fresh salesperson, you're not gonna, these old vets, they got their guys coming back to them, they know them, you know what I mean? And he was just like, dude, listen, you're a good-looking guy, you're polite, you're well-mannered, and there's not a single person out there that is not gonna like and respect you and appreciate that. But there's shitty people in this world, so you take those 1 out of 10 people, you know what I mean? So it really is, and made me who I am today. So, like, again, thank you. You know what I mean? So,
say it one more time for them.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I feel like we're kind of the natural stopping point here. How do you feel about anything else you want to say to your mom, to your kids, future kids, not future kids, kids when they're older and stuff? That's what I want to know. A message to them that maybe one day they'll see this in 20 years. Obviously, after I'm like way more famous and stuff,
No, absolutely. I guess I would have to say, parents, thank you for doing the right thing, raising me the right way, giving me enough, but not too much. And then for my children, like I said earlier, just follow the path of, I know you want to be like me, but be better than me. Do learn from my mistakes. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect, so be better than that. So.
All right. Well, Troy Johnson, Jr. Thank you for the show again.
Appreciate
this has been Now We're Dads. Thank you guys for joining us. How you feel, man?
That's good. That was good.
Yeah. How do you guys know each other?
Me and Chris?
Yeah, you and Chris. I want to know about that.
Chris. So technically, we didn't become friends until 2016. So it's been 10 years now.
Okay.
We met through. So let's just say I knew who Chris was. Me and Chris went to the same school. He was a year ahead of me.
Okay.
And Chris had a reputation.
100%. Okay.
And not somebody at the time in high school I wanted to be affiliated with.
Okay.
Not saying that I knew too much about him, but
just from what you hear.
Yeah, 100%. I had people that were close to him that be like, oh, I know who he is. But we met. So he was friends with my brother Jake first.
Okay.
And then Jake introduced him to our friend Dylan. And then I met Chris at Dylan's house. One night I went to his house to watch the Cavs final in 2016.
Nice.
And then that's how we got
cool. Was that Game 7?
No, it was one of the first few games. I think I watched the whole series with him and Dylan.
Okay.
And all three of us, I can show you the picture too, together for the championship. And
okay.
What a time.
Yeah.
What a time.
What a time. Cleveland finally getting something on the board.
Yeah, and just that year for Cleveland, because of the championship, crime was down, like just a lot less like problems. Like people were like a lot nicer to each other just because it's like, fuck yeah, go Cavs.
I feel like people bank their happiness on whether or not Browns are winning, whether or not Cavs are up.
It's a Cleveland thing, man.
It really is. It's in the air.
It really is. So, but yeah, no, me and him been pretty much tight ever since. There was a short fallout, but I'm not going to get into that because clearly we're still very cool and we got over that. Just some he said, she said stuff that happened, and we kind of moved past that. So, and I do want to give my man flowers because he is not the same person that he was 10 years ago. Yeah. Even prior, even in high school, a lot more level-headed, a lot more conscious of who he is in the moment. So I want to give him his flowers for that, for sure.